Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of the Transfer Talk. I'm Diyar, and in today's episode, the first episode of Transfer Talk, we'll be uncovering news from all the rumours related to players coming into the club and also out of the club. This will be a series for the rest of this month where we'll be covering all the transfer news, hopefully daily uploads, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on them. And without further ado, let's get into it. The first player that we'll be talking about is Joachim Melli. Is a right back, 22 years old, and according to Sky Sports, Southampton are considering a renewed effort to sign young right back Joachim Melli in January. However, Crystal Palace, also understood to be in a market for a right back this month, have been scouting him, but he has also signed a new contract that takes him to the end of the 2022-23 season. So, who is he? Well, it's hard to find much detail about him due to the league he's playing in. It's the Belgian league, with all due respect, is not covered as much. However, he can play right back, but that's not his only position. He can also play on the right-hand side of the midfield, which offers a bit of versatility. But in all honesty, I don't really see him playing much on the right-hand side of the midfield. If he does join Palace, I think he'll be a right back, and that'll be it really. As I've said, I haven't seen much of him, but from the highlights I've managed to gather and watch, he seems like a good player. I mean, he likes to tackle. He seems like he's got good IQ for the game, got good pace, and his forward attributes helps out a lot. I think having a player who's confident on the ball and likes to go forward is important, especially in the Premier League, as the game's changing and you look at sides like Liverpool, whose fullbacks help them out a lot. So, in all honesty, he does seem like a decent player, but of course, the league he's playing in ain't as competitive as would like him to be, but no real negatives. This season in the Jupiler Pro League, he's made 18 appearances and he's managed to get himself 4 assists, which is good to see, especially from a right back. And if you do want to see the highlights that I've watched, I'll put the link down below in the descriptions so you can have a view for yourself. The second player that we'll be talking about today is, surprise, surprise, Wilfried Zaha. He's linked with a move to Chelsea, and Frank Lampard had comments regarding this after the 1-1 draw against Brighton, and this is what he said. He said, "I won't talk about Zaha because he's not a player of ours. If we have to do business, we'll do it in the way that we see fit to try and make us better. And that will be done behind closed doors as opposed to just announcing who we might want to bring in." His comments, it doesn't really give away much. But I mean, the last part of it is kind of interesting. He slightly suggests that he, even if it was happening, he wouldn't come out publicly and talk about it. And I think that's due to him being in the game for so long and him understanding how transfers work. I mean, if Frank Lampard came out publicly and said, "We want Wilfried Zaha," then I'm pretty sure Roy and the club won't be impressed by that. So there seems like there is a slight interest there, but I'm not too sure if Zaha will leave Palace this window. It's early days. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about Zaha much more in the coming episodes. So we'll just leave out Frank's comments and we'll see what happens. So the next player that we'll be talking about today is Casey Palmer, attacking midfielder, 23 years old, who plays for Bristol City. According to Bristol Live, the relationship between Palmer and the Bristol City manager, Lee Johnson, has continued to nosedive, and the former Chelsea player is not opposed to leaving Ashton Gate if the head coach continues to give him the cold shoulder treatment and does not believe in him. Swansea City have now reacted to this by launching an official approach for Palmer, and interest in the talented playmaker is growing. Crystal Palace have inquired on the situation. He joined Bristol City this summer from Chelsea for a reported fee of around £3.5 million. He started 11 games this season and has come off the bench 8 times, scoring 1 goal and picking up 1 assist. The first thing that I want to touch on is the first section that I read out of the report, suggesting that he's not happy with the cold treatment he's received from the Bristol City manager. I find that quite funny in a way, as we've seen with Roy Hodgson, is that if you're not his type of player, he will not really give you the real opportunity. So I'm not sure if making a move to Palace will be the right thing for Casey Palmer, if that's the case, and if that's happening at Bristol City. However, he is an attacking midfielder, which another doubt for me personally. Not that his position and who he is, but the fact that would he really get much opportunities? We've seen what happened this season with Camarasa and Maya, both the attacking creative players, but Roy hasn't really given them the opportunity this season. However, if Camarasa does leave, then this could be a potential replacement for him. So in that way, I mean, it could work out. And also another thing is that he joined for 3.5 million. So I guess if we did go and approach him, it wouldn't really cost as much. I think it's a realistic one, but I'm not too sure if it will be the best one. I don't know if it will have an impact on the team, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Another player linked with a move to Palace is Mohamed Simakan. He's a centre-back, but he can also play right-back, only 19 years old. The Guardian are reporting that a trio of Premier League sides, Watford, Palace and Southampton, are interested in signing League One side Strasbourg's right-back Mohamed Simakan. The 19-year-old is reportedly valued at 25 million euros and can play as a centre defender as well. So from the clips I've watched and from what I've read about him, he's a physical person. He likes to tackle, good at intercepting. The only real downside that I'm concerned about his ability to hold on to the ball. Look, he's a raw talent. I mean, his game needs to be polished, which is understandable for a 19-year-old. There's so many positives considering his age. But the only questionable thing is how much he's valued, around 25 million euros. Would the club be willing to pay someone whose game is not quite there yet, but has massive potential, that much money? I'm not too sure. But I would like them to. I don't know what you guys think. Would you guys be happy spending 25 million euros on a 19-year-old whose game isn't at the highest level yet, but there's clear signs that he could reach there? Let me know what you think. I want to see in the comments down below. However, I think it's a good player to be linked with, and we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. The final player we'll be talking about today, and probably the weirdest one, is James McCarthy. And according to Daily Mail, the Clarets boss Sean Dyche is looking to sign a central midfielder, with Crystal Palace midfielder McCarthy being targeted. I think this has to be the weirdest one today for many reasons. First of all, it's a Premier League rival, Burnley. I'm not too sure if it would be willing to sell to them a player that Royce seems like he likes, and that's rare. I mean, when he doesn't like a player, you know that because he doesn't give them much opportunities. But McCarthy, ever since he's joined the club, he's spoken good about him, and recently he's put him into the starting lineup. I just don't think it makes any sense unless Burnley come with an offer of around £10 million plus. I don't think we would even consider it, because why would you if the manager likes a player and the player is performing okay and you don't want to lose depth there? So I don't really see this happening. It might just be paper talk, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. That's it for today. If you have liked the video, please make sure to leave a like down below. It helps out a lot. And also turn on post notifications. As I've said, hopefully this will be daily uploads. We'll be talking about the latest rumours. So like that, you won't miss out on any new content. And until next time, up the Palace.